The time has finally come. Apple officially jumped into the new but crowded smartwatch market. The new watch, which takes calls and sends messages, tracks your fitness, your heart rate, opens your front door.
What?
Yeah, but with a steep price. Will it be a game changer or just a fad? Joining me now, Alex Guana, JMP Securities Managing Director and Senior Analyst, who has a $150 price target, and Mark Spoonauer, Tom's Guide and Laptop Magazine Editor-in-Chief. Great to see you both. Mark, right off the bat, tell us exactly how you felt about it.
Sure. I think what's good about this launch is that we've been hearing about all the features and everything else, but it's really going to be about all the apps. What are you going to do once that novelty wears off? So it was nice to see some of those third-party options being shown, like Uber, where you can order a car from your watch, or you can check into your hotel without even going to the registration desk.
But
those are the types of things that people want to see.
Doesn't your phone already do that? So now you have your watch and your phone. Are we getting too tethered here?
Yeah, I think it'll be key in terms of what does the watch do on its own. So one of the things I learned after I tried it on is that I can go for a run and leave my phone at home, and I'll still be able to get things like pace and distance and things like that and leave it behind. So as a fitness tracking device, I won't need my phone. But you're right, there are some other cases where you're going to need your phone with you.
Mark, thank you. Hold on right there, because we want to bring Alex into the conversation. Does your price target change at all? You were among the highest on the street with $150.
Hey, Liz, I think what's really important about what happened today was things beyond the watch. First and foremost, this HBO Now exclusive really sets a new standard in terms of content producers wanting to come and work with Apple first. And then you look at the 700 million iPhones sold to date. That really tells us that we're on track to do north of 50 million units in this current quarter, which sets them up for another beat and raise coming into the print. So those are two very important categories. The Apple Watch simply rounds things out. It's a device that they need to have to make sure app developers aren't going anywhere else. It, in and of itself, doesn't change the game today, though. Okay, doesn't change the game today, and we saw that with the stock. It didn't, but let me tell you, everybody was watching this thing, and we saw this tweet by the actor and comedian Albert Brooks, which I thought was hilarious, and it goes back to us being so tethered. And in essence, he says, put on my $10,000 Apple Watch, walk to my $100,000 Tesla, drive to my $15 million plane, and fly straight to hell, which we thought was very funny, Mark. At some point, we do have a lot of these things.
You know what?
I just want to show you what I'm wearing. I have both a wristwatch, and then I've got my Polar fitness tracker. I mean, there are just so many things. Will this replace all of those? It does not, right?
No, it doesn't. And I think, he has a point, because even though a smartwatch, if it does its job, will save you time, there's going to be lots of times when you're looking at your wrist to see all those notifications. So you have to be careful about that. And I think over time what Apple is trying to do, they want to be the only wearable on your wrist. They want to be that combination fitness tracker and smartwatch device. I think the whole industry is going that way, and they seem to be in the lead so far. But remember, this is a first-generation device, and the 18 hours of battery life is good but not great. There's going to be a lot of people who waited out for the second version. But as a first stab at the market, it seems like they're learning from the mistakes of their competitors.
Well, they better pop it out of the $15,000 wristband so that this 2.0 can go in. It's too expensive. Alex, you were looking for a surprise. Did you get one that you wanted to see?
In a way, I think that the development with HBO, even though somewhat expected, the exclusivity of it is a very strong positive for Apple on this quarter. I also thought ResearchKit was a very interesting development, and that being fully open source. So if you put the new Apple Watch in the context of what it can do to enhancing and enriching global lifestyles and medical research, this could very well be a very important watershed today, but not necessarily something that moves the stock in the near term.
Okay, as you said, Mark, one of the things that caught my eye the most, because I have a Mac Air, is the thin brand new Mac. It is so thin. I think it weighs 2 pounds. It's 24% thinner. I was calling it a tab top, not a laptop, not a tablet, but a tab top, because it kind of squishes it all in there. And it comes in gold. Ooh, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, I just went hands-on with it. Our hands-on impressions are going up right now. What I like about it, it is very light at 2 pounds. They've made some trade-offs, though, which are interesting ones. The keyboard is different than anything you've ever used before, and the touchpad, even though it's large, it doesn't physically depress. It uses haptic feedback, so it feels like you're pressing it down. So there's a little bit of a learning curve, but I like the types of trade-offs that they're making to make it that much thinner and lighter.
Well, that's very Apple to bring out something new that makes it slightly better. Good to see both of you. Thank you so much, Alex and Mark. Mark, enjoy your time out there in California. Thanks to both of you.
All right, thanks.
Activist